Good morning, everybody. Go VR, go home. Welcome to Sunday Brunch Kit Builds. All right. Sorry, I was just running around. Family came home from Costco, so helping put away all the groceries and stuff. And it's a hot one today. It's a hot one out there. But we are inside. We are building kits and working on the layout all summer long. At least that's the plan, right? I want to say good morning to Bubs and Sparky, Mr. 107, and Roy. Welcome, Roy. And Tim from They Make It Like That. And Hillbilly Railroad, Mr. Dave Atkins. Let's get started, shall we? We normally start at around 11, or at least that's been the thing for the past few weeks. Normally my wife works on a Sunday. She's off today, but I still wanted to continue on with 11 a.m. John, welcome, John. How's everyone doing today? So, if you joined us last week, I had finished up a kit, more or less. We got a lot of the small stuff painted with it, but it's more or less together. It is what it is beyond that. So, going to start a new kit today. And I do believe that Perry is going to be a little bit late today. There's a power outage in his area, so they're expecting the power back in about 30 minutes or so. But if anybody else wants to join, there's the link. Keep it about trains, and you're welcome to join us here live today. I'll see you when you pop up there, and just make sure your mic and camera are, decent. Trying to keep with the quality of everything, right? No feedback and all that. So, because I finished a kit last week, the plan was today to start a new kit. But we're still working on the ethanol series. So I got a bit of a weird one here. Look at the size of this box. It's not like all your other boxes. This is super flat, where the other ones are a little bit thicker, a little less squared, like this one is more, they're more rectangular, where this one is very square, I should say. So this is part of the Walthers HO scale cornerstone. Actually, they never did it in N scale. Gotta be honest, they should, or they should at least plan on doing it in N scale, because I'm sure the N scale guys would appreciate that. This is the corn unloading and storage sheds. This is actually two buildings in this one kit. One where it's like a giant warehouse, and the other has a drive-through for a train and a drive-through for a truck. I'm just going to throw my garbage on the ground. We've got Brendan. Brendan is joining us. How are you today,
Morning.
Brendan?
How's it going?
Good.
Pretty good.
Good. So you're working on something there today, yeah?
Yeah, my grain dryer for part of my elevators area, what I'm going to be doing with my modules.
Cool. Yeah, I still got to find me a couple of those for the ethanol stuff. So that's neat. Where did you find that one?
Amazon's.
Now, did your package from Paris show up yet?
I don't know where it is. Apparently, it's not showing up till the 9th, and it's that other bin that I'm waiting on.
This kit is literally walls and roof. Walls and roof.
Yeah.
The one thing that I do appreciate about the older kits, compared to the newer Walthers stuff, is they have the actual plastic windows where they use it's almost like an acetate for the newer stuff. But the old ones, they had the little thick. It's I don't know how many thou that is, but it's a little bit more denser as opposed to the ones where you have to cut your own plastic windows, which I like this one.
Yeah, I think it's just a film now compared to the actual what they used to be before.
All right. Ugh. Nothing like starting a new kit.
Yep.
All
So
right.
Terry's out of power?
Yeah. He messaged me bright and early. He said, just got back from breakfast and that the power's out. And then he messaged me not too long ago and said, well, they said the power will be back up by 11:30. And I'm like, well, let me know when you're in and if you want to jump on. Because I think he's supposed to be doing the same kit as me. So I'm sure that I'm getting a little bit of a head start.
That's weird because the power's in my area is fine.
Same here.
And I'm only about an hour away from them. And I think I'm only about 45 minutes away from them.
Yeah. Same here. I think I'm about 30 or 45 minutes away, but I mean, they're probably on some whole other grid, right? So
maybe. Yeah, sorry, Rob. No correspondent today. My vacation's over. I'm now, even though I'm off for the weekend, I'm back to work, so I'm nowhere near track.
So was it just dead last weekend or what?
Yeah, like I was not getting anything on. I was just not getting anything.
Oh. It's unfortunate, but you can't win every time, right? Most of the time when we go out to the yard there, it's usually pretty active. It's not very active, but it's you got to wait though. You really have to wait.
Yeah, but you think with the CN main line, you'd be, because like the week before I was catching a lot of stuff, and then nothing.
It's weird how that works. Oh, there you go. Yeah, because I believe Sparky, don't you do that for a living? You work with Hydro One, I believe. I want to say. All right. So the cool thing about this is that for the one building, which I'm gonna start with the smaller one here, you get your unloading and loading racks there. Well, not racks, but like the grates on the floor. And you can put your tracks through there, which is really nice because it's like a concrete floor. But the walls, there's two walls that enter and exit there. You can either have them closed off or you can have them open, which is nice. It's a good option.
Huh.
And my cat's in the box now, so.
Oh boy.
If I fits, I sits. And that's her rule there.
How's the how was that ballast in your locomotive facility? Did you have to do anything to it, or
the ballast? I haven't really touched it, to be honest with you, just because I've been working on a few other things. But I'll have to take a look. It looks okay, like it looks like it's supposed to. I've been so busy with these.
I know
challenges.
It just I don't want your locomotives to have a problem in there. That's all.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Is that number 6? Yeah, number 6. So this is the roof. Well, I mean, like I told you, right? There's no power going through those tracks yet, anyways. So I'm not overly concerned, and I can roll cars through there, so I don't see why the trains wouldn't. But
okay.
I'll take a look and make sure. Should be fine though. Yeah, that's good. Dried up real nice. So.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and look who we have. Power's back.
Hey, how's it going?
Good morning.
How are you today?
Well, better now that I got power back.
Yeah, really. How long was it out for? Like a good couple hours, right?
Well, I got home about. I went out for breakfast because my sister is just started back to work at the restaurant this morning. So I went out to breakfast this morning. Had breakfast. I washed my truck and got it cleaned up a bit, and then just got home. Turned the kettle on to make some tea, and all of a sudden, poof! Everything went dead. And I walked outside, and I could hear generators going. So I said, "Okay, it's not just me; it's everybody."
Mm-hmm.
And then I just checked there now, just before I came on, to see what Hydro One outage line said or looked at, and it was just this area. Like, so I don't know if somebody hit a pole or blew a switch or something, but it was just like 100 people in this area. So
Weird.
Huh.
yeah, but they got it back on there just a couple of minutes ago. So here I am.
Nice. And you're working on the same kit that I've got, right?
Yeah, I got the corn and unloading and storage sheds sitting here, so I guess I'll start that, and we'll work with that for today.
Nice. Now, yeah, we were
And
talking about, because I had opened mine and I realized, and I don't know if you've noticed or not, but Walthers now, when they do building kits, when there's a window, they just give you clear acetate with it. But
yeah,
these ones, the older kits, you had like the pre-cut specific windows for spots. I don't know if you ever noticed them.
yeah, that's true. So I already had this kit open. I painted everything, or most things, anyways, as you can probably see there. Because
Yes.
there's the base, right, that you had there a couple minutes ago, I think.
Yep.
And I already did. Like, I painted it's a concrete color, and then I painted the where the little shed or the interior building. I painted the floor gray there, and I painted the floor gray on the unloading thing for the trains and for the trucks.
Nice.
So, and then we'll do some more detail painting there later on. Like, I'll put some flat silver or something where the corn would be dropping down through the grates there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
I wonder how clean of an area it would be. Like, do you think? Because if there's cars going through there often enough, there shouldn't be too much rust on the.
no, I would
on the
no. I don't think there'd be too much rust on the grates. I'd like, because once you start dropping corn down through it, it would clean the the metal up pretty good, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, you wouldn't want it to be too rusty when because then you have contaminated product possibly, right?
True.
I don't know, but maybe.
20. Okay, so
I'm gonna move this off of here, I think. Now you guys know the big boys out on tour, right?
I heard.
Do we have a specific location for that, or?
It was in Houston. I don't know if it's left there now or not. So I brought my big boy out just to
Nice.
You're finally running it?
No, I haven't run it yet. I haven't even taken it out of the box.
You've had that for almost a year and you still haven't touched it.
Nope. I was going to run it at Hotrack, but it has to be programmed first. But yeah, it's still 0.3.
One of the newer runs, or?
Yeah, that's the last run.
Okay.
That just came out. When did that come out? I don't know.
I think it came out September, August. I guess.
Yeah, okay, because that's the limited edition one. It's the gold spike one with the the cool box and all that.
Yeah.
And it says big. It's got big boy scrawled on the front of the boiler nose too. Yeah. So it does.
What kind of radius do you need for that?
Bigger than 22, I think.
I think it's minimum 28.
Well, it could be. So I need, there's 2 and 4, and that's 2 and 4.
So which are you working on, the smaller one first?
Yeah, I'm going to work on the unloading one first, I think.
Do you find it harder to glue something that's already been painted, or?
Well, not when I'm using CA, no.
Ah, true. Yeah, it's pretty strong stuff.
Yeah, the only thing is sometimes you have to hold it a little bit and just kind of let it do its thing, but I find it's not bad.
Did you find any imperfections with your plastic or anything?
No, I don't see. Everything seems to be good. But yeah, like all it is, like you say, it's
Walls and roof.
walls and roof. Like it's a pretty big building. Although it would be kind of cool to have a look inside one of those, because it's got an open bay on the warehouse side.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking it'd be nice to make like a shadow box and then put something inside there, just so it makes it look like it's, you know, something inside.
Does Roomettes have something like that?
I don't know. What's Roomettes?
I don't know. I don't think Roomettes would have something that size, especially for a warehouse, like a warehouse style system like that.
Perry, have you heard of Roomettes before?
I think I did, but I haven't really checked them out yet.
They're really good for, like, if you've got let's say a model house there and you want to just create a little room and you put it inside the kit, and it looks like it's already done, like walls and whatnot. They have them also for loading docks. It's just like a little square box that you put on the inside of a loading dock to make it look like the inside of the warehouse.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. Okay.
Mm.
So
they're really neat.
I'll have to remember to check them out. 3. I'm looking for 3. There's 3. 4. There's 3. There's 5. Okay, I found them.
There.
What's new up in your end of the woods there, Brandon?
Nothing much. Just back to work now, so.
Ooh.
Nothing really much new.
Yeah, I was up there on. I forget what night I was up there. I was up there late though.
Yeah.
I was up one night really late. Like I was up there after midnight one night, and I thought, well, I'm not gonna bother you then. It's because I figured you'd be sleeping. Because I did the ESO up there on the other night.
Yeah. Okay.
The ESO, and I did global too.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Hey Dwight, thanks for joining us today.
Did it rain last night up there?
Yeah, it actually did.
Because it rained here, holy crap, it just came down like in buckets. This freaking satellite went out and everything.
Wow.
Yeah. You should see my driveway. I thought it was bad before, now it's worse.
Ooh,
it's a good thing I got it's a good thing I got a 4-wheel drive truck.
Yep.
And changed my oil. I was going to do it last weekend. I changed my oil yesterday too.
Oh, did
Got
you?
that done finally. Yeah.
Yeah, I finally washed the oil spray off my truck because my brother's buddy did that last weekend for me.
Oh, you oiled? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right. You're all ready for winter now.
Exactly.
Right.
This drain dryer kit, it comes with like 2 of the same pieces, so you have extra layer to make another grain dryer if you wanted to.
Oh, really?
So it's
Yeah.
2 grain bins?
No, it's one grain dryer, but it's the same mold, so it basically comes with extras. Like in the end, really, if you look at it.
Oh, neat.
So it's 2 kits in one?
Well, you gotta take some from one kit and use it, basically, so you only have half of the stuff later.
Oh, but could you make the other parts?
If you 3D scan them or try to sort of mold them, yeah, you could.
Oh, okay.
Make a resin mold.
Yeah.
I wonder if Tim's still in the chat.
Tim.
They make it
Tim
like
should be
that.
there.
Oh. Well, his thing's not too far up there.
Yeah. I may have a project for him in the near future. Of that
Yeah,
actual car. Okay, yeah. Of that actual car I took a photo of and that I have in my actual stuff.
Is it graffitied or is it just weathered?
It's graffiti.
Oh, neat.
It's actually, yeah, like me and I believe Perry were there with each other, and it was on 142. We caught it was the potash cars we caught the other day.
Oh, those.
Yeah,
Those new ones.
yeah,
The blue ones.
yes.
Yeah.
Which I was looking up in my roster, and I do have 2 of those numbers that I saw that day.
With the graffiti on them?
One of them had graffiti, one of them was clean.
Okay.
So I now have, so the one number, which was from set B, is clean, but the other number, the 5158 we saw, that's actually in set F that I have, and it was graffitied. And I actually took the video, I spliced the photo of it. So yeah.
Oh. Well, that's neat.
Yeah. Plus, I sent all the numbers that we saw to PWRS. Maybe, hopefully, we could see something in the future. Add more to the consist.
Yeah, like
More numbers.
Exactly, more numbers.
More than 45 cars?
Why not?
Why not? Sure, I guess. Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not?
I guess.
Yeah. When we go back to running, Perry wants to run 24 of them.
Yeah.
I can just imagine how long. Mind you, those are what? Like are they 40-foot cars or are they?
I think.
I don't know. I'd have to gauge them.
Because like when I did my video where I was running cars, I was running a total of, was it 28 cars? So 14 gondolas, which are 53 footers, and 14 that are the cylindrical hoppers, and it looped like it went from like if the locomotive was on the bottom level of my helix, it looped all the way around and was like a little bit past the locomotive right above it. It's a lot of cars, and that's only just under 30. So I could just imagine a 45 car train.
48
That'd be massive.
plus 3 units.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Well, there was one time at Hotrack where we ran 52 cars on a train. We had a locomotive in the middle, and we ran it all the way around the thing, all the way around. So it can
They
be
actually
done.
let you do that?
Yeah.
Well, it was after hours, eh? So
Yeah.
like it would, like there was nobody there. Like there was, we were running. There was maybe 3 or 4 people there. At the
But it's
time.
the guys that like to run their long stuff.
Yeah.
No one
I.e. the
would say
road
no.
the member who has a 100+ road railer.
Oh, that's Paul.
Oh yeah, I know. And he just pulls it with 2 Atlas GP35s.
Yeah.
So that's basically all that is, except there's like a little building on the inside, like a little office. But other than that, yeah, it's not like the roof is not glued on, and this isn't glued to the base because I have to paint it still. But yeah, that's all that is.
Not only that, you still got to put the track in.
That too, yeah. What I'm gonna do for the roof, I'm gonna paint it all white, and I'm gonna ever so politely ask Mark to print me a Canada flag that I can put right on here, or even just a leaf, and then I'll just do a red stripe down the sides, just to have like a little Canada flag roof there.
Okay.
It'll just kind of go with the set. But that's the one kit. It's nice that they actually allow you to choose whether you want the door open or closed in this one.
Well,
Yeah,
if
well,
you're gonna run trains through it.
Yeah, they kind of had to give you that option. That's for sure. For this one, anyways.
Yeah. I got to change locomotive number because Mark has the same locomotive number as me.
For what?
The LRC?
Yes.
Why? Which number do you got?
I got 6914 and he's got the same one.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Is his registered though?
Not yet, and mine's not registered either. I haven't done that yet.
Well, there you go. All you guys could do is just register them and make a deal between the two of you. Who's going to run which one. And, yeah.
No, I know.
That's all you do. Because I've got numerous locomotives that other guys have the same number, and that's all we do. Like Sergio will just contact them and say, do you want to share the number, or he'll contact me saying that somebody's got a locomotive and they want to share this number, and you say yeah, okay, and if you end up at the setup and want to run the same locomotive, all you do is let somebody else run theirs first, or whatever, or run something else, because like I always bring how much I bring.
Oh, I know you
setup.
do.
So like I got lots of options.
Yeah.
So there's usually no problem there.
Yeah. I basically have that other debaucher module done. I'm just waiting for the wiring to get put onto it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything about setup. I just paid my dues there on Friday.
Yeah, I'm going to do mine basically on my payday, which is at the end of the month.
Yeah, well, that's what I did. So, yeah, I got paid Friday, so I sent Kim some money, and so I'm all paid up.
Yeah, but I also got it picked up because I modified Algonquin. It's now married with Line Cat, with Hotbox, and with Chalk River at the same time.
Oh.
So it's now 2 2-footers matched with a 4-footer.
Oh. Oops.
Wow. Come on.
So that was my first breakfast back there this morning too, back at the
That's good,
restaurant.
man.
What was the name of it?
You know, Mama Rose's in Armpire here. And the owner was there too, so I was talking to him, and he's gonna totally, when he gets permission, he's waiting on some permits and stuff. He's gonna totally demo the place and rebuild it.
Oh wow!
All brand new. You should see the plans. It's really neat.
Ooh.
He was showing me there this morning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Still only going to be about 18 tables, but it's and it's a good spot to eat too.
It is.
It's well, Brandon's been there with me too, so he knows. But like if you go away from there hungry, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's that building. I just need the roof, wherever that would be. The roof is 6. I think that's that.
Brendan, when's the next time you're coming down this way?
Maybe coming through to go visit family for Labor Day weekend.
Oh, okay.
And that's the roof on that one.
Yeah, the smaller one's a pretty quick build.
Yeah. I'm going to build a little office, I think, too, while I'm here.
Definitely put an interior in that thing. I can tell you that right now.
What, the office?
Yeah, why not?
The office is, all you could get is a desk and a chair in there. I think that's about it.
Really?
Yeah, it's not that big.
Wow.
That's for sure. All it is, I guess, to check in with the driver. Probably bring his paperwork in there and say, "Here you go," and they stamp it or sign it or whatever, and unload the truck and away you go, right?
Probably.
Probably.
I thought there was it was a bit of an extension to the building, at least.
No, it's not. It's like just inside the door. So that's probably what it is.
I guess you could also make this warehouse half the length as well, eh?
You probably could, yeah, if you wanted to.
Yeah, you can leave out wall sections there. I don't know how dumb that would look though. It was like really small.
Well, there are some.
Fewer.
What's the word I'm looking for? I've seen a few buildings like that. There's where it's just enough where you open up one section of the hopper and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, these ones here, they don't really make them too long. I'll show you here because I've got a cylindrical hopper on hand. So if that's the platform there, that's your rail car. Literally, it's coupler to coupler on this thing here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but
Oh yeah.
so it literally just fits in there, which I mean,
Just enough to do a full dump.
well,
Yeah.
the thing that I don't like here is that when I look at the underside, you've got your hatches, right? And the hatches, you could undo 3 of them, and the 3 of them would go into the grate, but the other one would be emptying right onto the floor.
Oh, really?
Because it's probably designed by the U.S. style hoppers, the ECFs.
Yeah, because those
Possibly.
yeah, that's right. Those type hoppers the Canadian hoppers, they wouldn't go in there. They're not. It's the other ones. I'll go get one in a minute and I'll show you. But they don't go in there. But they might not. They're long. I think they're long, just as long though.
I think so.
But they're what, like the three bay ones?
No, they're 4
Yeah.
bay. 4.
Some of them are 4 bay, but then there's also 3 bays.
Yeah, but the DDG ones are all the 4 bay. Oops. And that's the little office. Roof. Okay, I'm gonna grab a hopper. Just give me a sec.
Okay.
Yep. Hey, Randall, thanks for joining us. And Split Rock, thanks for joining us.
So there's the that's the DDG type hoppers there.
Okay.
It almost looks like it has the same kind of bottom to it. Yeah,
Yeah, it does. So I don't know. Oh my God. If you run that in there, I think these are longer actually. So yeah, you'd have to unload either the
front two or
two
the back two?
Yeah, the two end ones or the middle ones, and then do the end ones or something, because that car just fits in there as well. Either that or their Walthers didn't do it right because of space limitations.
Maybe
there's that. Yeah, there's that too, right? So
I believe that more than the cars being wrong.
yeah,
they only have so much space to work with, but still, I mean, they got that entire center section. I think it would take like another maybe like inch or two at one end or center.
Yeah, there's my attempt at graffiti on the end of that car.
Oh, nice. What does it say?
Junior Ziggy.
Junior
and
Ziggy.
It's got like it got two X's for eyes and a little thing for the nose and then a tongue sticking out.
Nice. Randall has the same hoppers as those, but he's got the 75th anniversary versions.
75th anniversary of the hopper of the Versasun hoppers. No wonder.
He didn't say the road name, but I think he meant the exact same, but only the 75th anniversary.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. I had no idea there was a 75th anniversary one.
So that and goes
in
now
here.
You know. Yeah. Now we know.
Knowledge is power.
This is true. And that goes in there, and that basically is that building done. Kind of, sort of, maybe.
Might as well start working on the next building.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I just wanted to finish it up. I got to slide this out of the way here. And
I guess after this one, I have to go back to my steel mill, huh?
Yeah. Well, I still have the cooling tower to do. You will too when you get yours.
Yeah, probably won't get that for another month and a bit though, but
oh yeah, it's whatever. So I guess I should do the bottom first, so I have some place to put it. That these. For some reason I didn't paint these, I don't know why.
Those the floor pieces?
Yeah. Oops, still left. I think the reason why I was running out of the concrete color, so, but I have some more now, so I'll paint them this afternoon outside in the hot sun.
Well, at least it'll dry quick.
At least it'll dry quick.
Well, yeah. No problem drying.
Nope.
Good morning, James. How are you today?
Almost there.
Yeah, Tim, I'm running out of room on my upper level. I gotta still I have a bit more wood that I have to put up there, but I might be going to the lumber store today after the live here, and might be getting some more plywood so I can get some more of that done. Gotta get my top level done.
Right.
I know
Yeah,
I need to get a set of abutments still for my bridge. But...
Is that where your ethanol plant is going, on the top level?
Yep. Ethanol at one end and steel mill at the other.
Okay. Do you have a corn facility too somewhere on there, or not?
I don't have the kits yet, but I will have it somewhere.
Oh, okay.
I do have a couple of gas stations though, because there's well, not gas stations, but like petro fueling stations.
Right. Oh, do you have the modern one there that Walthers did? That big one? Or just...
I'm gonna say yes. The one with the 4 tanks.
Well, they're not really I guess you mean the pumps there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The Seamasters, right? You said.
No, it's is it Walthers or is it Seamasters? Yeah, I just classify it all as Walthers.
Yeah, well, it's basically Walthers that makes it. It's just...
Well, yeah, it's either Seamasters or Cornerstone.
Yeah, well, like these are Cornerstone. These.
Yeah.
But I think they changed their handle to Scene Masters or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I think Eminem did one there one time, and he was
has
saying
the
like
loading and unloading racks.
Yeah, but didn't he have a gas station there? Because I remember something about, because he was saying how it was he was doing it at Canada company, Canada gas station, Petro-Canada, and then I had to mention that Petro-Canada is actually owned by Suncor, which is a U.S.-based company, and he was kind of disheartened when he found that out. Because I said, all you got to do is read the pump at a gas station. It says a Suncor energy thing, and it kind of...
Part of Sunoco.
Oh, eh?
Part of Sunoco.
Yeah. So he was kind of, oh, really? And I said, yeah. I
think he ended up doing it. Petro-Canada, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, he thought he was doing the Canadian gas station. I said, no, Petro-Canada's owned by Suncor, dude. I said they bought them out quite a few years ago because I worked for them. So
I wonder why. Does it still shows as Petro-Canada though? So why wouldn't they change that?
Because Petro-Canada is a better brand name. Everybody thinks it's Petro-Canada. It's it's Canada's gas station, right? So it's it's a selling ploy, or an advertisement ploy, or whatever you want to call it.
They did that just to mess with Mark.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, just to mess with Mark. Yeah. Mark and everybody else in Canada thinking they're supporting Canada, and really they're not.
Tim says, same with Tim Hortons. They were bought by an American company.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard about that too. I can't remember who it was. They own...
Oh, okay. I just found out something.
What's that?
The Walthers Cornerstone kit, the grain dryer?
Yeah.
On the base, it actually said made in Germany by Pico.
Made by Pico?
Yeah, Piko. Made in Germany by Pico.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, they're the kits, not the track people, you mean?
Yeah.
Hey, John, how's it going? Thanks for joining us today.
This is just like a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
This base.
Also, I was saying if you take out 2 of those side pieces, you can make it, half the length. Maybe it might not take up as much room.
Yeah, well, if you were starving for space, I guess, yeah, that'd be all right.
Looks like you could even make it as a background building and make it twice as long, too, technically.
I suppose, huh?
Now he's thinking about it. He's like, do I do that?
No. So I need... Oops, where'd that go?
At least these go together fairly nice. And it's a very clean front to it as well. Like, it doesn't look like 2 separate pieces. When you look at the front, it looks like one long piece, which is good.
What, the sides, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because there's that flat piece on the inside, it also helps against light blocking, I guess you could say.
Yeah, reinforcement piece.
Yeah. So yeah, you can't really. That's 2 pieces right there. Can't really tell. Unless I go like this, then you can see the line.
Okay.
But yeah, otherwise.
That goes like that, I take it. And then you put the reinforcing thing on. That is 25. 2 times 25. Okay, there we go. That's the way that goes. Everybody working diligently, nobody's talking.
Overly focused.
I guess.
Exactly.
Chat will be saying, "What's going on here? Nobody's saying anything."
It's because we're just concentrating. Want to make sure
Yep.
he comes out. He come out perfect.
That's right. Okay.
Excuse me.
And it goes like so. Look at that wall. Sounds like somebody sawing something.
I was gonna say, yeah, Buzz is building a real house.
Yeah.
More like a turkey call.
That's almost chalkboard kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get this to fit in, that's all.
No, I know, yeah. That's one wall. That'll go there, I guess. Sort of, maybe. Could be.
Split Rock, you're forgetting about the caboose challenge as well. There was a caboose challenge, and then M. Peter LL did the passenger train challenge.
What's this now?
Oh, I don't know if you guys have been following along, but a lot of different guys in the community have set challenges for others to post videos about, which is it's a great way for the community to kind of, come together. And so, like for my video, Mark had said, okay, well, I challenge Chris to run one locomotive pulling all of his grain cars and all of his what are they called, gondolas. So then I would make a video of me doing that, and
What
then
you did?
Yes, I tried, and then I said, okay, well, so the answer to that is, whoever wants to run a full train of boxcars, because boxcars are some of my favorite. They look great all in a row. And then a number of people made videos of them just running all boxcars.
Oh, okay.
And then they pass on the challenge and so on and so forth.
I see.
Oh, Perry, I forgot to ask you. Now, you work Monday to Friday, right? You do the
Yes,
Monday
I
to
do.
Friday?
Yeah,
So-
Monday to Friday nights, though.
Oh, Monday to Friday nights.
Yes, at night.
Yeah.
Because in, I want to say November is when Remembrance Day is, right?
Yeah, November 11th.
Yes. And that's actually, that day, I have a Third Rail Thursday to do.
Okay.
And I still want to get you over to run your military train. And I'm like, that would be perfect. Like, it fits, right? Remembrance Day and military, a full military train.
Yeah, that would work. I could probably book it off.
If that's something that you would be interested in, I know that a lot of my viewers would love to see your work, and
Okay.
you're definitely more than welcome to come over and bring your whole set, and we can set them up and show them off.
All right. Well, we'll plan that. We'll talk about that some more, and I can freaking start the what is it? The work's going at work, since, to say that I want that day off or that night off.
Mm-hmm.
So that, because they like a month in advance notice.
Yes.
Not that they always get it, but you try, right? So yeah, another thing would be to have Tristan's poppy unit around then on that day too.
Yep, that would be ideal. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Steve is asking if we're going to give away the poppy unit that day.
I highly doubt it. That's a one-off thing, and Tristan is not going to give that up at all, unless you want to pay a huge premium for it. I do not think he will ever give that up.
No,
Yeah,
myself.
Yeah, that's one of those pieces that you hang on to.
Yeah, because he spent a bunch of money making that or having it made. So yeah, and he just got another one, not a poppy unit, but another locomotive there. I can't tell you which one it is yet, but it's another one-off unit. And
I know which one that is.
Yeah. So he's just he was putting DCC and some wiring in. Yesterday I was talking to him there on the chat. So that's his next little project he's doing right now. Although he's right now he's at the cottage, so I don't see him in the chat. So I guess he's not watching.
No.
Because I was talking to him a little earlier. He went to the cottage. With him and his brother.
Yeah. I was talking to him last night. He was finishing up an exam.
Who, Tristan?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he had an exam yesterday afternoon to do. Because when I was talking to him, his mom was just leaving to go. So.
Yeah.
I was thinking that the Poppy unit would be great if Rapido did, but I'm pretty sure there's so much like red tape around being able to get, permission to do that.
Well, you definitely need the permission from the Legion to do that. That's one big thing.
Yeah, and then they'd want like a sizable contribution as well from the sales of that.
Mm-hmm. Because that's their trademark. I can tell you that right now.
Not to mention VIA.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so now I guess we just put the walls together, right?
Now, if only Rapido would do the P42.
Well,
I doubt they would, but
I'm surprised that he hasn't done it really yet. But he's been focusing on the F40 for the most part, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that's why he gave Arthur permission to do it, because he doesn't want to do it right now. So
yeah, and would there really be a point for Rapido to do it, especially with the fact that Athearn is doing Genesis units now like that?
Well, unless Athearn did it wrong.
Yeah.
Which if they're going to do a Genesis unit, I highly doubt they would do it wrong. But stranger things have happened, right?
Yep.
You should research it and do it the correct way if you're going to bother doing it. With all the right equipment with it, and because I know the different headlight on the nose and I think there's a different air dryer than what Amtrak uses and stuff like that.
James is saying that the new Rapido SW1200s had issues. They were full of oil.
Full of oil? How do you mean full of oil?
Maybe like they were over oiled, over greased.
Over greased, like inside or outside? You mean? Maybe the oil leaked out.
Yeah, it could be. And Tim's right. That's why it's hard to get models of certain cars and whatnot. So you're paying big money to the companies, right? Sometimes dealerships, they actually offer, you can go and get little cars from dealerships of the cars that they sell. I'm not sure if they're true to scale or not, or if they're more like a partnership with Hot Wheels, but
oh yeah, you mean like the cat equipment designs and stuff. Yeah, James said the inside deal. I guess he means the oil inside on the chat there.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A lot can happen from the time that the model is made to when it arrives at your doorstep, right? Like, even with the LRC cars, like I'm sure those ball bearings were oiled at the factory, and then by the time it, travels by container to the ports over in Canada, and then you get them.
Yeah.
All that oil is either dried up or the temperature changes could have done a number to it, and that's why there's a lot of squeaky.
It's riding on a first. It's riding like in a container on a truck, and then it gets put on a ship, and then it depends on where the container is. The ship's rolling through the ocean, up and down and all around, and you don't know what it's gone through to get here, right?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So. Because I think it takes, by the time they can take a container from China and load it on a truck, and it goes to the port or whatever, and then it comes into wherever it comes into on this side of the ocean, and then gets to Rapido or whoever's getting it, it takes about a month.
Yeah.
So.
And that's if there's no issues like blockades.
Yeah, there's that too. Yeah, there could be customs issues with paperwork and all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah,
there's always that.
Yep.
All right. Look at that. Walls.
That is a big factory here, or storage, I guess.
It is.
But I have an open door policy, so it's all right.
Okay.
I think I might close the door. I don't know. It seems like more work on an already oversized kit. But
well, I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the door. Leave it. Because they have it pictured with some kind of a loader coming out of it. So. Yeah. Well, you look at the front picture there. They got the loader coming out of one. There's a truck cab coming out of the other, and they have like just a little hopper that should be used for like cement or sand sitting in the where the grain unloading thing is. Yeah. On the picture on the box. So I'm like, that's totally wrong. But anyways.
Oh well.
What can you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
James is asking what exactly it is that Bubs is building.
It is a grain dryer for the grain facility I'm doing later.
And do you attach that to like the side of a tank?
No, it actually has a separate piping to it there to go. It would not be attached to the bin. It'd actually be just attached to a pipe.
Yeah, it'd be standalone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just for drying the grain for before they use it.
Drying grain before storing it into the bins.
Yeah. So don't turn into mush or alcohol.
Yeah. I still got to find that wet dry bin, the surge bin.
What's that? You still have to find what? The surge bin?
Yeah, a surge bin for the module. Because the actual thing with the surge bin, it actually has a spot for trucks to go under.
Oh.
So I got to get myself a surge bin to actually, I think 1 or 2 just for that alone, just to get so that trucks go underneath.
Okay.
Bubs, are you using nail clippers?
Yes, I am. I can't find my side cutters still. I've been looking for them for months.
Actually, nail clippers work really good for doing stuff like that.
For like thinner plastic or like...
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't say I've ever seen that. That's why I asked. I know he's not doing his nails right now, but...
No, but I've done that too. I've used nail clippers for different things. You know, taking small parts off. Yeah, they work really good for that.
Neat.
Yeah.
So now, I guess we gotta build the roof for this thing.
That's a big warehouse.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Where's the loader door for that?
It's probably right down at the bottom.
Yeah. Steve,
Right
it's not the
below
surge
where
bins I need, it's the wet dry bin. Is what I meant. It's the
23,
like, I know the surge bins are coming back because I guess Otter Valley, I think, has some. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was going to go shopping before the show, but unfortunately I couldn't because I didn't have any power, so I didn't do that. I may go shopping after the show.
I really want to get over to Larkspur. They just got all that O&R stuff in, and like, I guess locals to the store there have been sending me pictures. There was like a whole box of just box cars of the O&R stuff, and I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, really?
And then, the guy that works there, he reached out and he sent me a video of the Northlander train that he wants to sell me.
Yeah, what's he want for that?
So the first price that he sent me was $1,100.
Oh,
and I said, well, there's a new one that's on his, like, respectively, right? Like, I'm not one to argue a price with somebody. If that's what they feel it's worth, then all the more to you, right? But I did inform him. I'm like, well, there is a new one that Rocco is doing, and it's priced right now at about 500 or 600 euros. So would it be wise for me to get this one from you, or just wait and get a brand new one from them?
right.
You know, and I'm like, look, I'd probably give you about 700 for it. That would be my offer, because he did say he was open to offers. And then he's like, like 850. So I'm like, because then there's the
That's
whole
really
issue
what you
of,
were
like,
spitballing from. That's actually a good price, $850 for that.
yeah. My problem is the wheel flanges on it. It won't work all that well on code 83.
Oh yeah, because they'd be the 00 size.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then I would have it as just a showpiece at that point.
Yeah,
And then,
that's right.
$1,100
for a showpiece is a little much.
Yeah. I mean, like,
That's,
if I ever, like, I wanted to do code 100 on my main line, but then I'm like, switching between the two and all that stuff, it seems like a lot of work.
yeah.
That's like a future job.
Well, I saw where did I see? Oh, I guess it was on your Instagram there. I saw the video of the train. I thought that looks really good.
That's the video they sent me.
Yeah, of it on the their display layout there.
Yeah, because he wanted to test it out first, and I guess they got it working, and he's like, yeah, if you want it, come take a look. And I'm like, yeah, I want it, but will it work? Because even they have code 100 on their layout, right?
Okay.
And it's the same thing with the new one that's coming out. Again, it's going to be, same flanges. They didn't make any changes.
No, they wouldn't, because that's the European standard, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but
so it's a dilemma that I've been struggling with. But
get it, bring it to the club.
yeah, even on 100, code 100 track, they have problems. Like, they don't have problems, but you hear them hitting the top of the ties sometimes. That's all. So who did you say made that? Roco made that model?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I remember years ago, being like, I don't know if I told you this, but I might have told you this, being in North Bay. I had a hobby shop in North Bay, and they had one in the display case. It was shortly after ONR got their train sets, and they had one of these as a model, and I would think, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't very old then, but
there was only two companies that have ever made it. Rockland, sorry, was it Markland and Rocca? But Markland did the newer version that had the F7 at one end because those locomotives didn't work well in the Canadian weather, so then they had to replace it. But I prefer the original. It almost looks like a less uglier version of the turbo train.
Yeah, well, that's what this was in the display case. It was the original, like what was on the Instagram video there, the original locomotive with the 3 cars and the cab car.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things that I've wanted to find and get for a long time, but trying to justify it, and obviously you don't really see those at shows, and then when you do, it's like, a couple grand.
Yeah, you're probably like the same as I am with the Roar Turbo that Rapido's coming out with finally.
Oh yeah,
I've wanted one of those ever since I seen one back in the early 70s. Or late 70s, I guess.
Yeah, and they did a great job on that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That thing looks awesome.
Oh, it's neat, yeah.
I just need them to re-announce the actual turbo.
Well, that's coming. I've definitely heard that is going to happen. So we just have to kind of be patient and wait for them to do that, and then that'll be another probably 2 years of R&D, and then we'll be sitting in our laps.
Well, definitely going to get a full set. And then I'm like, well, might as well get a CN and a VIA.
Yeah.
So.
Like Nick there, he's got his there at the club, and it has sometimes he has problems running it, but like it looks really good, and it's the original CN paint scheme, so it's just, man, that looks good.
Yeah, the red, black, and white is it's really nice.
Yeah, if anybody wants to look at it, just look at my Flickr page, because there's pictures all over that. So you just have to find them. But
is he still on YouTube? Did he do?
Nick? Yeah, he is. I think somewhere.
I haven't seen him post.
Well, he's probably busy.
Yeah. It feels like a lot of people have taken a back seat from the YouTube thing.
This pandemic thing, people don't want to go out and stuff like that. So, or he might be busy with work because he's a young lad. So
yeah,
so, how it goes.
Yeah.
Do you know when that turbo's coming in? Like, they've already had the samples come in.
The other one, the Amtrak one, you mean?
Yeah.
The turbo liner. I'm thinking it's going to be next spring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
April, May.
It's kind of, that's what I'm kind of thinking. By the time they get, they got the samples, yes, but there probably some issues, and they got to work out things, and then they have to build them, paint them, and ship them. So I'm thinking spring.
Yeah.
It's kind of what I'm thinking, but
Same
which is
thing
all
with
right, because it gives me time to save up for it.
That's true. Same thing with the Go Transit stuff. Like, they just got the painted and lighted samples, or lit samples, I should say, of the Go cars. So it's like real soon, but like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Maybe like before the Chinese New Year in February, right? That seems like when they would try to get everything pushed out the warehouse.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, it's no, I agree with you, Steve, and it's becoming almost harder to not do repetitive content. So, yeah, it's tough. If anybody else is working on something, let us know, and let us know what you're working on. If you're working on the layout, Just trying to get stuff done, you know. Little office.
Oh, you built the office?
Yep.
Yeah. This roof is kind of weird to put together.
Yeah, I had to lay it out upside down, and I've got it propped up at this end because the little angled pieces.
Yeah.
So I'm just
I don't
waiting
know.
for that to dry. Hopefully it.
I'm kind of got it sort of half on the building here and holding it. It's. I thought maybe that might help it dry, but.
It'll definitely help to square up the building for sure too.
Yeah. It's not freaking drying quick. I gotta watch
I
where
was
I
just
put
looking on the Walthers site, and the surge bin is on sale right now.
Oh, okay.
Apparently.
So did you order it?
Nope, not yet.
Why not?
Well, it's not on our Valley's website. It's on Walters. Right now, it's on sale.
Yeah, but you can order from Walthers.
I don't have a Walters account.
Well, just make one.
Excuses.
Yeah, I do. I got one. I got an account everywhere. No, this is not working out with her. Darn. There.
You know what's weird? On the Walthers site, we sell stuff from other manufacturers as well.
Yes.
I find that weird, you know?
Well, I don't know. They're just a big warehouse, right?
Yeah.
This is going to have to.
You get the one-stop shop, you know, you buy everything just from them, but.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what they'd like you to do.
Yeah.
This isn't what I have in here.
Even Tim says that you should just make one and that it's not an exclusive club. But now hold on, Tim. I thought all the cool kids shop at Walthers, so we don't know yet.
Okay.
I actually like how there's not a lot of, you know, extra parts with this. Just a couple of extra doors, but it's only because I'm not using them, right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need something to prop that up with. There, hopefully that works.
Well, the main portion's done. Now the only thing I gotta do is just add the piping and the gas line stuff.
This building could almost use something in the middle, like to hold the roof up right.
Just like a
Like
prop
a cup,
of some
like
sort?
Like some kind of a truss across there or something.
that, plus a steel frame going down to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Going down to the bottom.
Like an
Like
I-beam
into the
or something.
concrete.
Oh, yeah. It's almost, yeah.
And the only other thing are these little vents for the roof.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got ACC on my fingers now. I'm going to have to scrape them off.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you gotta watch what I can touch, or I'll be glued to it forever.
So yours is already painted where all I have to do is paint it.
Yeah, I don't know what. I'm gonna have to touch up a couple of spots on this, but at least I can just do the corners are. I'm gonna have to touch up the corners. I think on all the buildings.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then, but like I'll have to tape off where the doors are because I already got them painted gray, and the door frames and stuff like that. So, but it's neither here nor there. But it is a big building, that's for sure. That would hold a lot of corn. If that's what, I guess that's what they do. They put it in there before they start processing it, or after they unload it, and then they put it in the corn silos.
Yeah.
I wonder, I wonder why they don't just put it from the unloading building into the silos, or it's got to be processed through there, and then it goes into the fermentation tanks and starts the process into the other part.
Now, are you going to do up a switcher specifically for your ethanol?
No, I don't. I have one of those. What do you call them? Track mobiles that I can use for it.
Oh, okay.
I guess I could use it for that because I don't really use it for much else.
How much can those actually pull? Like, do they have a lot of pulling power or what?
Not
Broadway
really.
Limited? No,
Yeah.
not much.
Like 2 cars, possibly?
Yeah, probably 2 or 3 cars on flat curves.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. 10 cars on a 4%.
The only problem is
Oh, sorry.
it only has a KD at one end.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's KD.
Yeah, that's true. But like you can I've seen guys where they redid the other end, and you can have a KD at both ends, but
That's actually what I want to do with the Bojo, sort of, is the Trackmobile is the only thing allowed into the grain facility.
Okay.
Tristan was actually giving me an idea where you actually need a key to access the facility. Like actually turn on, to actually get on, to like activate the Trackmobile, you actually got to, because you won't be able to get a locomotive in there. So you actually got to turn the key on to activate the Trackmobile, as in the actual track power to the Trackmobile.
That's hilarious.
And to that whole siding.
Tricky.
I think that's why I want one of those GMD ones to just basically service the ethanol.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, it's not really well, I mean, would you classify that as a switcher? Probably not, right?
What, GMD ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a road switcher.
Yeah, it's a road, yeah.
They seem like heavier than a road switcher, though, right? Like, there's the SW, but then there's, because, like, I mean, a lot of, even like the O&R and whatnot, they use the GP9s and sometimes GP38s and whatnot, but...
Yeah. Well, they use those, especially the 3-truck ones. They use them on the light rails out in Alberta, out west, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, to haul the grain cars and stuff around. Because they had to spread out the weight of the unit on the rails, right? So they put 3-axle trucks.
Well, doesn't look terrible.
sometimes too, Brandon, you can order stuff from Walthers and have it shipped to like Otter Valley or Larkspur too. You know that, eh?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I did that one time, but like I still ended up paying the duty and all that. But that's what I did.
Yeah, it's good for special orders. Like when I needed a bunch of switch machines for my Walther stuff, I'm just like, yeah. When you place your next order an extra 10 on top of whatever else you were already going to order, so that way you're not out of stock, and they will sell. And then obviously I'll buy the 10 that I'm requesting.
Okay.
Yeah, just I wanted to go ahead and give everybody an idea of how big this actual warehouse is. And when I measured it, it's 14 by 9, which is
wow.
Yeah, it's a pretty big footprint.
Mm.
And then with the other building, the smaller one here,
Yeah,
you're looking at
building.
8 3/4 by 5 3/4. So it's a little bit smaller, but it's still like when you put them together, it makes a stupid big warehouse with loading and unloading.
Yeah, the way they have it is that way. I'm surprised there's no. I guess it doesn't really need any piping. It must go underground once they dump it into the ground, and it must go up into the warehouse someplace, right?
Possibly. I did see someone add a grain elevator coming out of the roof of this big one here.
Yeah.
Which wouldn't be a terrible idea, but
no, because like you know, if once you dump it into the ground, you think, well, where does it go from there? How does it go from there? Because that's a separate building. If it was in the same building, in the big warehouse, I could see, you know, okay, you dump it into the ground and then it, you know, comes up somewhere. But
yeah.
Maybe I should turn this so it looks.
Split Rock is asking a good question. If something is on sale at Walthers and you order it from your local hobby store, do you get it at the sale price?
That's what I was wondering too. Or do you have to pay basically, or are they just gonna? Can you find it, or is it a no go because he's got to make the store has to make a profit?
Well, keeping in mind there is the whatchamacallit, the MSRP, which is what most stores would go off of. So
I think that if the stores already have it in stock, that you're going to pay whatever they got charged for it. If you want to buy it directly from Walthers, you'll get it at the sale price. But other than that, yeah, you're going to get it for whatever they paid for it at the hobby shop, even though it's on sale at Walthers.
Yeah. And you can try and argue it, but I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to get that.
No, you're not going to win because what they'll do is they'll sell it to you at that price, and then they'll replenish their stock at the sale price and probably still charge the original price.
But your best bet would be to talk with your local hobby store and see what they're able to do. If it is on sale, then
they may honor the deal. That's another thing. Yes.
Which kudos to them if they do, because I mean they could still make an even bigger profit if you're still buying it at whatever they mark it as.
Yeah, because you know then they can replenish their stock, and it wouldn't cost them. If it was on sale, they wouldn't cost them that much either. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I know they get it better than what the price is, anyways. You know, that's how they make their money, right?
Yep.
So, well, the roof is drying. Hopefully, it's gonna be all right.
Now, Walthers, they used to put out an email, and this dates back, I want to say, 4 years ago, and they had a thing called the bargain bin, basically. And this was, they're clearing out shelves of old products, whether it's a single car or it's 20 cars, but they're like, well, this is from like a couple of years ago, so let's mark this right down just to clear it out. And they would send out an email called the bargain bin or whatever, and it would have some exclusive items that they have, like ones and twos of or whatever, and you can order it, but you'd only order it through the website, not through your dealer.
Right.
So those are things to look for too.
Well, I used to get, I got the Walthers flyer for years, and then they said, it wasn't going to come to Canada anymore, but I still was getting it for a while, and then I haven't got it in a couple of months. But I think that because I get it for a while, a couple issues, and then all of a sudden there'd be an issue missing or something, and then I get a couple more, and I think somebody was scooping them out of the post office.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
somewhere along the line.
Yeah, because I signed up to get, because I got an email, I want to say it was at least 2 weeks ago, where it was a survey, and then it's like, do you get this? And I'm like, no. Okay, would you like to sign up for it? Yes. And I haven't received anything in the mail yet from them.
Well, usually it'll say that they won't ship to Canada, but they will every now and again. But it
didn't say that. But if I never receive one, I'll know why.
Yeah, that's why. But you can always pick one up at Jeff's too.
Yeah. Larkspur usually has a big pile of those ones, and then Rapido started doing that as well, where there's a Rapido one that you can get. But I mean, everybody knows what's going on with Rapido anyway. So
usually,
yeah.
But the Walthers ones usually, yeah.
Yeah, like Walter's videos there lately, they've been a little bit, they only let something out, like a 90-second video out now.
Oh, really?
I've noticed. They don't do like a 2 or 3 minute video anymore. It's like 90 seconds express. They don't do those once a month thing anymore as like they used to.
Yeah, and Sparky makes a good point too. He said that Walthers will ship to Canada, but the shipping cost is half the price of your order. It's so true.
Yeah.
It looks like you're saving money. You'll buy, let's say, a locomotive for $200 American, and then it turns out to be $300 Canadian, and then you're paying the import fee, which is another $50, and so on and so forth.
The taxes to it.
Yeah, taxes. But the reason you're paying is because they'll ship it by UPS. It's UPS charges that kill you. If they would ship it by the regular mail, it's not that bad.
Yeah. Well, when those exact rail boxcars came in, or that were available, they were, I want to say, at least $35 American, which meant that they were about $45 Canadian. And then when I paid, because I got 6 of them, there was 6 numbers available. So by the time I paid the import fees and the tax and duty and whatever, it turned out that I paid about $75 per boxcar.
Yeah,
which is gross because it's a boxcar. Yeah. They're nice, but it's a boxcar.
Yeah.
So
Steve 87 is saying you guys need a PO box in the U.S. Well, yeah, that's true, but right now we can't go into the U.S., so that would be
it'd be stuck.
You'd be stuck, yeah. But like the border is open for U.S. to come to Canada, but Canada can't go down to the U.S. right now.
Yep.
They were supposed to be they were supposed to open both ways, but U.S. reneged.
Yeah.
So, not that that's a bad thing, but I guess.
And then Bradley, welcome Bradley, by the way. Athearn shipping cost has gone down a lot. Now, I've never bought directly from some of these manufacturers, even Rapido, and they're in Canada. Oh, wait, sorry, I lied. I did buy one thing from Rapido directly, but never normally. I just buy it from a store, you know?
No. I bought two things from Rapido directly. My 150 locomotive and when they ran that on-tracker to your car the first time.
Yep, that's
Because
that's
that thing went up like hotcakes.
Well, they made it sound like they weren't going to be in stores, and then all of a sudden they had a bunch of extras, and Lauren got a bunch in. So, Steve, he said duty. Terrible.
I saw that. Duty. Yeah. The only thing I actually bought direct from Athearn, I did do that one time too, and it cost me a fair bit. Was when they originally came out with the SD70 ACEs.
Yeah.
I bought a set of 3 BNSF ones, non-sound ones, and I bought those directly from Athearn, and they came out of Illinois, somewhere out of their warehouse there, and I paid a lot of money for shipping on those. I remember that. I was not impressed with that, so I never bought direct from Athearn again.
Did you get any of those locomotives that they've had a lot of issues with, and now they're issuing free repair kits?
Oh, the SD60s there?
Yeah.
No, I never bought any. I was going to buy one. I was going to buy a Sioux-Line one, but I never did. Or a CP one, but I never did. And I'm kind of glad I didn't now.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I mean, at least, they're taking ownership with it, right? That's the important thing. If a company is all like, no, there's nothing wrong with it. It's fine. It's you. It's not us. That's an issue. But when they full on say, I recognize that we made a mistake and this is what we're doing to fix it, that's more honorable, right? So
what's the problem with them? What's the problem with them again? I can't remember. Something with the trucks, wasn't it?
Something like that. But
I think the trucks weren't greased.
The trucks weren't greased.
Why are they sending a bottle of glue with it then?
Oh, really? Or is it a bottle of grease? Or is it grease? Is it glue or grease?
I thought it was glue. Could be grease. But there's also wheel bearing caps and something else.
Oh yeah, for the wheel bearings rotate, right? So
yeah.
Sparky, I don't know if you're on Facebook, but every Tuesday and sometimes Friday, Athearn goes live on Facebook. And they often talk about new things, new announcements and whatnot. And for the past, I'm going to say 2 or 3 weeks, they've, recognized that they had issues with the SD60s. So now that what they're saying is that if you go on to the Athearn website, you can order a repair kit and there's zero charge for it. And they ship it out. And I think they'll ship you up to 6 repair kits, 1 per locomotive, because sometimes people get 2 or 3. So if you did get one, then check with them, because they'll send you a free repair kit as well. Oh yeah, that's probably why. Yeah, because literally when they go live, it's about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, which is just when I'm starting work. So I'm sitting there doing absolutely nothing, and I'm watching the live, right? So that's probably why.
Okay, so that Robert Renz or whatever, he just said the trucks don't hold their shape.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
What?
So you said the trucks are not holding their shape or something. So I don't know what that's about. That's, I guess, maybe the issue with them.
Oh wow. Well, hopefully you guys didn't have that issue, and yeah.
So I guess if the trucks aren't holding the shape, then the locomotive will be derailing, right?
Yep. Yeah, it sounds like it would go out of gauge and obviously not run.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the best.
No.
Steve made a good comment about how it's interesting that the amount of Canadian stuff being made by all the manufacturers right now, that we must be buying a lot. To be honest,
Yeah, we buy a lot.
It happens in waves. But Perry buys both. He has a lot of American stuff and Canadian stuff. You have more American stuff though, right?
Yeah, I do actually. I like I like UP, BNSF, and different Amtrak and all that stuff. So I buy a lot of that stuff. Yeah.
And Bubs is mostly CP, but it's CP, so it runs on both sides of the border. So no discrimination there, right?
Right.
Well, CP just made another bid for KCS.
Oh, really?
Is that still going on?
Yeah. The CN.
I got sick of listening to this.
No. Apparently, it fell through with CN. It did not go with KCS and CN at the moment.
Oh, okay.
CP should just shake hands with them and get it over and done with.
Yeah.
Like they're going to win the bid.
CP?
Yeah. Didn't someone literally go in or write a letter to either KCS or CN and said, you guys are making a big mistake. It's stupid that you guys are doing this. Just let CP have this one. And that's when they backed out and they're like, you know what? That's fine. We get that. Okay. And they pulled their name from the thing after they won the bid.
Oh.
I can't remember the full details, but that's basically...
I mean, with the STB and CN, it just fell through. It did not meet the requirements.
Oh,
as
weird.
well as a congressman sent a letter up to the STB saying, don't do this.
Yeah, that might have been the letter that I'm referring to, because I know that someone...
Yeah, I sent you the article about it.
Yeah. But, yeah, so, I mean, yeah, CP would probably be a better fit. But makes sense. CN's bought a lot of rail lines anyways.
They already got the red painted locomotive sort of, so they just have to put the CP on the side of them.
Sparky, so for the $5.99, they did say something about how it does show a cost, but when you go through the checkout, it zeroes out apparently. They just have to put a price on it. I don't know why. I think it's just for the online stuff.
Yeah, probably.
And there was another question. I have to double check here because it went up a little bit.
I don't see it.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, we were talking about the Canadian stuff that all the manufacturers making Canadian stuff right now. From what I've seen, besides stuff that was announced like a year ago, some of the newer stuff that has recently been announced, it's nice, but it's a lot of the major railroads as opposed to the smaller short line railroads. From what I'm seeing, like, yeah, you'll get your CN and CP stuff, which is great. But there's a lot of the shorter line railroads that a lot of people model throughout Canada that you don't see a lot of. So it's tough. It's tough still. There has to be a demand for it. And if there's no demand, then they're not going to produce it. So,
right.
Which is perfect for when a company, and I know that Athearn does it and Rapido does it, if you want a specific model made, then you just go onto their website and you say, hey, I would love to have this. These are the numbers that, are going through, and this is the era that they run in. And, you never know if another 100 or 200 people sent the exact same email. And then they say, well, look, we've got 200 votes for this, specific model in this specific era. Might as well do that, or add it to the list of ones that they're already doing. One topic that I'm going to touch on next week, or nope, sorry, it's this week, this Thursday, that I'm going to ask the guys is when models are produced, how much time in between one line being produced to the next being released or announced should there be in between? For example, the gondolas. The gondolas just came out 2 years ago, and Rapido just announced another run of gondolas. There's not as many being made, or not as many numbers, but now they're introducing a lot of unnumbered. And they're making deals with, what's it called? What's that decal company?
Microscale?
No, the other one. Highball. They made a deal with Highball to produce more numbers for certain cars.
Okay.
Yeah. So what they're doing is, you can buy a 6-pack of unnumbered cars. Then you just go to Highball and say, well, I want these numbers. And you can buy those number things right from them directly.
And just number them on the shelf.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's kind of, that way you can do unique cars. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
There goes Brandon.
Yeah. I put the link in the chat there again, just in case he wants to jump back on. We got like 5 minutes left. But
yeah.
But I was going to ask the guys what they think about, how long should you wait between announcing one car and then coming out with another set of cars?
Yeah, I don't know. It depends on the demand, I guess, how well they sell the first time around.
Yeah.
Because I bet you any money you can go to a lot of different hobby stores right now and still find some CN or CP gondolas from the last run, but they're already announcing more. I mean, it's nice to have more cars, but at the same time, 2 years, that doesn't seem, it seems so like soon. Usually most companies will wait like a good 5 years before producing another run.
Well, it depends if you want another run of those cars with different numbers. 2 years may not be soon enough. Like you be thinking, oh, I wish they would have done another run like right away. Like it all depends on what you're doing and what your interests are. Like everybody's different, of course, but I guess sort of.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you find it should be different for rolling stock opposed to a locomotive?
Well, that's the thing. Rapido said at the beginning of the year that they were going to do 10 cars.
Yeah.
Within this year, but yet they'll only do 1 or 2 locomotives because it just takes a lot longer to tool and program get the locomotive ready into production compared to, say, a car.
Yeah, I would think. Yeah, there's probably a lot more dies and stuff to do a locomotive than a regular freight car.
Yeah, because it was
like the regular freight cars are getting up there too because with all the detail on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because there was a time when I want to say Bowser did the SD40-2s, and this is when they did like the CN Hydro, CP Golden Beaver. 5 other CPs, 3 different ONRs, and they all came out roughly around the same time. But then at the same time, you also have Athearn doing SD40-2s. You have Intermountain doing SD40-2s. I got seriously sick of seeing SD40s being announced and hitting the shelf. So
that's the thing, though. Bowser went a different level because they didn't do the EMD SD40-2. They did the General Motors Diesel Division built in London SD40-2, which is different than the EMD version.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not
and
very
they actually
much.
Did. I know, but then they also added the individual little extras, i.e. class lights, proper ditch lights. They actually went in
classification lights.
Well, yeah, and not only that, they also did different styles of plows on the front, different styles of piping on top, just for the Canadian units alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They
and
did a lot.
different. There'd be different headlight castings too,
Yes,
and
they did.
the truck side frames would be they look the same, but they're it says DeFasco on some of them too, right?
Yeah, but if you look at, say, the ONR ditch lights and the CP ditch lights, they're completely different. The ONR
Yeah,
ones
I
are
know.
actually mounted high on top of the frame, whereas the CP ones are mounted below the frame. They're
Yeah.
mounted below the anti-climber. So Bowser actually went to that detail, whereas Atherin, most of the time, it's just a straight SD40-2, and they'll only add maybe one or two extra bits to it, but they won't go like really into the individual, whereas Bowser took it a step to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like Athens,
So
kind of
what-
a generic.
Yes.
So what you're saying is that it's okay to have, let's say, and we'll use SD40s it's the best example because you've got the 2s, the 3s, the 2Ws, the wide cabs and all that. It's fine
And you
to
got
have
one.
multiple come out
You got the
roughly around the
SD40
same
as
time.
well.
Yeah, but it's fine to have a bunch of them come out within a year or two of each other because technically each one has different characteristics depending on the railroad.
Yeah.
Yes.
But if you've got, let's say, I don't know, a GP9 that's a chop nose, would you have another run of GP9 chop nose come out within a year or two of the last one that already released, or would you want to say, okay, well, let's wait a good 4 or 5 years and then do more numbers of the same road name, opposed to, well, let's do more, but we'll choose different road names?
Well, that's what Rapido does as well. There is they wait 5 years to bring back that one locomotive,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
like they did
what
that with the F40.
F40 LRC cars.
Yeah. Well, there was a good amount of time between the first run and the second run, to the point where if you're looking online, you're paying double, sometimes triple for one car.
Well, you look at F40s on eBay right now, or on some of the sites there. They're freaking getting a premium price for them now again.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they're almost around 500 something bucks.
Now that was for the one with the HEP generator on the back, because there was tons. They put out a lot of those wrap units and whatnot, and they've done multiple runs of those regular F40s.
Yeah.
In the past, anyways, already. I think they've done at least two runs and then one run of wraps.
Yeah.
But there's been a good amount of spacing between them.
And there's wraps that they've never done too.
True.
Yeah,
True.
like
just because
let's hope they do the Love the Way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hope they do the Love the Way logo at least.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice.
I'm working on one of those right now.
As soon as Perry finishes it, they're gonna announce them.
Well, yeah, probably.
That's honestly happened.
So Perry better get his butt in gear and get going on it.
But so I don't know. It's just gonna be a question. I wouldn't call it really a hot topic or anything, but I like to know what people's thoughts are with stuff like that, because you're always going to get a different answer. Some people will say, well, if you're going to do a car, I want 100 different numbers. Okay, great, let's do that. Or they're okay with, well, I'll take the first 12 cars or 6 cars, in a couple of years do another 6 cars, and then just keep them coming as long as they remain on the shelf and I'm available, like they're available anytime, then go ahead, right? Even
because the mold is there, it's a little bit less expensive than actually creating the mold when it first comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the molds only last so long too, right?
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah,
or so many runs, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's going to be a continuing topic for another day. So I think I'll ask the guys on Friday and see what they say. and let's see. We'll talk in the chat about it and whatnot.
I still can't
You're
believe
done that kit
Mark
now,
broke your
right?
mouth on Thursday.
Sorry?
I still can't believe Mark broke your mouth on Thursday.
Yes, I got very concerning emails about that too. I
What
was
hap-
surprised that he could use my likeness without consent.
What happens? What happened Thursday? I missed that.
Mark had his live stream.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he apparently had myself and Dave Co as co-hosts for his show. You'll have to check it out because I can't really describe it. It's
Okay, I'll have a look.
yeah, it's special.
Yeah,
At least
all
that's
right.
what I tell them. But yeah, so this Thursday, it's GVO After Dark, 8 o'clock at night, and we got lots to talk about, lots to discuss. And then we'll be back here next Sunday for the Sunday Brunch kit builds. And you're going to be working on a different kit because you're done that one now, right?
Yeah, that's basically done. Well, except for I gotta figure out what I want for doors or what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna leave them all open, but other than that, that's basically done. So I guess I'll do the cooling tower next.
All right,
And
I guess
I don't know what you're gonna do, but
back to steel mill. I'll
back
have
to
to go
steel
back to
mill.
steel
So
mill.
I'll go with the cooling tower and go from there, and then we'll see what happens after that.
Sounds good. And
'Cause
Bob, so you finished yours too, right?
No, yeah, basically, it's just about done. Like, I didn't realize there's a few more gas lines right there and all that, so that's all added in. But the thing is, I'm still waiting on another kit, and I'm just trying to figure out what next to do. That's the other thing. Because it's too hot to really try and set anything up outside to try and do some weathering. Plus, I don't have my trees yet.
Yeah, right.
So I got to think of
kind of
something.
I was thinking I wanted to get that, the station kit that you have, Chris, there for your. I'd like to get one of those kits and build it.
The modern or this?
The modern one there that you did. I don't remember. I remember you had it back. It was kind of in a.
That one back there.
Back where?
The brick.
I don't. Hey,
is it a brick one?
No, it's not a brick one. No, not that one. The other one.
Yeah. Do you want mine, or do you want just a new one?
No, I want to do one. So.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't think I'm going to use my modern one.
Oh, I was thinking about replacing Danforth, so I wanted to.
Oh.
Yeah, a newer station for Danforth, so just for something different.
Okay.
If it's the same, around the same footprint, and I can change it up.
Yeah.
So.
All right, well, that's all for this week. We'll be back next Sunday. We'll all have new kits to work on, and that's what 2 hours gets you. You finish some kits and have fun, make fun conversation, and that's what we do here. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you to Perry and Brandon for joining me again live here building kits. Guys, do you have anything in closing?
No, that's about it for me. Thank you.
I may be putting a few videos up there from still my vacation, like 1 or 2 there shortly. I got to get maybe Tim's email, because I got to find that car and I got to get him the photo if he would want to do that, if he's still in the chat.
Sounds good. And guys, if you're in the chat right now and you have not subscribed to Trains by Perry or Bub031, go ahead and do that because they post videos. Perry does a lot of unboxing, mail calls, and whatnot. And Bubs, of course, as well, does the live rail fanning too. And it's always a good time with these guys. I really appreciate you guys coming out every week and doing this with me here. So we will see you next week, guys.
Take care,
Have a good one.
everyone.
All right. See ya.